He's coming. He's coming. LaMelo is coming. I'm about to break this damn thing out of excitement. Just put him back up there where he goes before my OCD gets the best of me. You guys hear this? That's an empty coffee cup. You know what that means? It means I'm jacked up. All jacked up on Mountain Dew like a spider monkey. Only it's Starbucks and not Mountain Dew. So how's everybody doing? What's up? Welcome into the Wilbur and Gold Show. I am your host, Will Dalton, a.k.a. Wilbur and Gold. And now I have fresh breath after that cup of coffee. Because we gotta stay fresh around here. Can't be screwing that up. Guys. Ooh. Had a tiny little piece of that lifesaver get caught in my throat. Oh. And my water's empty too. Not completely. So. Oh, man. Thanksgiving. A week away. 6 days away. 5 days away now. Basically. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 6 days. Oh, man. Time flies. And then it'll be Christmas time before you know it. I can't fucking wait. If you know anything about me, you know I don't fuck around when it comes to Christmas time. I mean, like I don't mess around with my holiday traditions. I keep my Christmas snow globe with a D for my last name Dalton. Keep that up year round. That's the one Christmas decoration that I keep up year round. It's my snow globe. And just to show how much I don't mess around, like this. Got the Stormtrooper sweatshirt. Got the Empire ugly Christmas sweater, although I think this is the most beautiful Christmas sweater I've ever seen. This has already been broken out a few times. This one obviously can't be broken. This is the one that can't be broken out until like real deal Christmas time. This is kind of like, I can break that out around Thanksgiving-ish, but this is like, did you see that? I'm talking and I literally went, oh, that's how much I love the sweaters. I'm trying to eat it. This is like legit Christmas time attire here. Can't believe I tried to eat the shit. I forgot where this shit goes. Oh. Well, now that we got that out of the way. So yeah, to go back to my little Charlotte Hornets bobblehead that I was grasping on so tightly. That's it. LaMelo Ball, he's coming. He's coming to Charlotte. Finally, a good draft by the Charlotte Hornets. They got obviously LaMelo Ball in the first round. Got Vernon Carey Jr. out of Duke. Really good pick. Really good big man. He might spend a little time in G League, but I would not at all mind seeing him at the 5 spot instead of... I love Cody Zeller. Love Tyler Zeller because he's a Tar Heel. But I would much rather see Vernon Carey Jr. at that spot than Cody Zeller at this point in his career. So, what else? Taysom Hill starting quarterback over Jameis Winston this week over the Falcons. Let's not overreact to this. You know, my own personal opinion on this is that the only thing that we can conclude from this is that Drew Brees is definitely out after this year. I'm pretty sure he's got a broadcasting gig lined up with NBC. And I think this just confirms that he's gone after this year. And so I think the Saints are just trying a little experiment. Like, don't freak out. Like, oh, Jameis, this is an indictment on... Maybe it is, but I don't think so. I think this is merely just an experiment by the Saints because, again, Drew Brees is definitely out and retiring after this year, and they want to see what they have in Taysom Hill potentially at the legit starting quarterback spot. Same with Jameis Winston. I think he's going to get his time. I think he's going to get his opportunity, as Teddy Bridgewater did last year, who's now my quarterback with the Carolina Panthers. To me, it's a much bigger percentage that it's just an experiment to see what Taysom Hill really has as a starting quarterback, more so than it is an indictment on Jameis Winston. Still could be, but I doubt it. In the spirit of the NBA draft, and because I do have an ACC sports show that I do on Mondays and Fridays at 7 o'clock Eastern time on Chris Landry Football Twitch channel. And you can catch tonight's episode that I did a couple hours ago in the bio of my Instagram, wilberandgold. Handle for all my sites on social. Already talked about this a little bit there, but in the spirit of because I like to talk sports here too, because I'm a little bit more the entire circle of sports here, not just the ACC, but just to kind of rehash some of the things I was thinking about there. Cole Anthony got drafted, went to the Magic. Vernon Carey Jr. got drafted. Obviously, he's going to the Hornets. LaMelo going to the Hornets. James Wiseman to the Warriors. I forget the dude's name from Georgia. Went number 1 overall to the T-Wolves. My own 2 cents off the top of my head. Cole Anthony, me personally, as a Carolina fan, I felt like I obviously wanted him to stay naturally. But in all seriousness, I thought because he did battle injury a lot, he was asked to carry quite a load. Because UNC, God knows, they did not have much offense or defense this year. But Cole Anthony was asked to carry a lot this year to kind of overcompensate, I guess. And as a result, I feel like he didn't have quite the rookie season. He didn't have quite the freshman year that he was hyped up to have. And I think it did affect his draft stock because Cole Anthony, coming into Carolina, you would have thought he was a top 5 lottery pick. And then he didn't get drafted far out of that, but I do think another year at Carolina, because let me tell you something, they're going on revenge tour this year. Incredible recruiting class coming in this year for Carolina. It's top 2 or 3 in the country, I think. And it's going to be fun to watch. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. We learned who the real Carolina fans were this past year. I heard all the comments, people jumping off, saying, just shit talking, saying Roy's done. They should move on from and fire Roy Williams, even though this was the first losing season he's ever had at Carolina. Second time at Carolina in 2 decades, almost 15 years, actually, that he hasn't made the playoffs. Second time. So just cool it. But we learned who the real Carolina fans were this year. Those of us that stayed on board, the real fans, we'll be hearing from you real soon, I'm sure. I have no doubt about that. But I did think it would improve Cole Anthony's draft stock to come back, be a part of that, and just have a better year. And I think it really would have helped him out. Now, obviously, he's drafted. It's done. It doesn't matter. But I did think he would have been back in the lottery conversation had he come back for one more year. Same with Cassius Stanley out of Duke, who was the last pick in the draft out of the ACC anyway. He wasn't the last pick in the draft. But he was the last person out of the ACC to go. Forget Pacers. He went to the Pacers, and he's another one, even more so than Cole Anthony. He has lottery pick talent. He has Russell Westbrook, Ja Morant type explosion. The problem was he would literally go from SportsCenter top 10 list to you would forget 2 points and you would forget he was even out there. And it was more so you'd forget he was out there than it was SportsCenter top 10 moments and those incredible jams where he practically jumped out of Cameron. And I think he could have really benefited from another of all of the players that moved on to the NBA out of the ACC and specifically from Duke, Vernon Carey, Trey Jones, Cassius Stanley. Cassius Stanley was the one I think should have stayed one more year because I think another year to build some consistency with those explosive moments would have put him in the lottery conversation. And I think that would have helped him out more so than Cole Anthony. Because, 12th isn't bad still, but there's a big difference between top 10 lottery and like one of the last picks in the second round at the end of the draft. So those are just kind of my thoughts on the draft. Don't really have a lot of thoughts on LaMelo Ball just yet. He is my new favorite basketball player, by the way. I can honestly say that because he's a Charlotte Hornet. So it ain't bandwagon. He's a Hornet. So although Devontae Graham was my favorite, but now LaMelo Ball might take that. Just because, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll end up hating LaMelo Ball. I don't know. I doubt it. He's going to be incredible. He's my new favorite player. Sorry, Devontae Graham. Love you to death, but Melo is coming to Charlotte. Can't wait. Michael Jordan finally got a draft right. This ain't going to be no Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. I tell you that right now. This is not that. This is going to be something good, I think. I like it a lot. On a serious note, I love the Vernon Carey pick, even though he's from Duke. Oh, sorry, we'll take him. And then obviously I love the LaMelo Ball pick. Other two guys, I don't remember their names. I remember their faces, but I don't remember their names. One's from Kentucky. One's from another school. I'm not sure. I forget what it is. But I hear good things about them, I should say. But yeah, I'll formulate some thoughts on LaMelo Ball and get back to you on that. But really all I got right now is I'm just hyped as shit. Like, the Hornets have never had a player taken out of the draft with this type of hype. Like, I don't remember how the hype was around Kemba Walker when we drafted him out of UConn back in the day. But I don't think it was the hype of LaMelo Ball or anything like that. So this is real. It's exciting because, the Hornets have been garbage for so long, really in their entire franchise history. They've got, I think, the 3 times that I heard it the other day, like in the last 15, 20 years, the 3 times they've actually made the playoffs were all first round exits. Something stupid like that. Like, just the Hornets have been one of the worst NBA franchises, period. Outside of maybe Cleveland, but they got their chip. They had Braun for all those years. Hornets not so much. So this has the potential to be really, really exciting, and it's gonna be exciting how it actually turns out and what it actually produces championship wise and playoff wise. We'll see. But it's going to be exciting regardless. It's going to be fun for Hornets fans, so I'm excited about that. I saw where there's going to be a 007 video game, original story. I think it's going to be like an origin story type deal. But I saw that yesterday, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be made by the same company that made the Hitman series. And if you know, and if you've played Hitman or know anything about it, you know that's one of the all-time stealth games. You know, where you're kind of like sneaking around, like outside of Assassin's Creed. Hitman might be one of the best stealth games of all time. And so they're going to make a James Bond 007 origin story game. I don't know. It's still a working title. I don't know when it's coming out. Where they are on production of it. But as somebody who's I'd actually never seen the 007 James Bond. Well, I should go back. I had never seen any James Bond movie up until the last several months, and then I watched all of the Daniel Craig movies. Haven't seen anything other than the Daniel Craigs, but I've watched them several times since I originally watched them, and I love them so much. They're so good. So yeah, I'm excited about that game. I'm excited that the company that's making Hitman is making that. That's got, because the company that made Hitman is making the Bond game, it's got the potential to be really, really good. And obviously it's going to be, next gen console. So that's going to be fun. And speaking of that, and I think I'll wrap up on this. I'm curious. So I've recently gotten back into Star Wars Battlefront, the second one for PS4. And I've been missing that game, obviously because I'm a Star Wars nerd, probably the biggest one, and I've been playing a lot of Apex, I've been playing a lot of Warzone, but I've been missing Star Wars Battlefront 2, been missing 2K, been missing Madden, and I'm recently I'm missing Grand Theft Auto 5, quite frankly. That used to be kind of like the cluster of games I used to play all the time was COD, 2K, Madden, Battlefront, and GTA. And I kind of fell away from that because I went a while where I wasn't playing games at all for a while, but I've since caught the fever again, and I'm playing all the time. And recently it's been Apex, it's been Warzone, and I just picked up Battlefront 2 again. I'm trying to get 2K, Madden back in the mix, and Grand Theft Auto. But I was missing Battlefront, especially as just a Star Wars nerd. Like, I've always fanboyed over those games, even back to the ones on the PS2, which were the real OG ones. I'm curious to see. I haven't played Star Wars Squadrons yet. I've played a little bit of Jedi Fallen Order. Need to finish that, actually. I haven't gotten too far in it. It was really good, though. I like it. I don't know, I hadn't progressed in it like I wanted to. But I hadn't played Star Wars Squadrons. Still have yet to get it. I'll probably wait till I have the PS5 to get that. But I'm curious to see if Star Wars goes, or EA, I should say, goes for Star Wars Battlefront 3 on the next gen consoles. I'm really curious. That's just an off the top of my head question. I have no idea. Like, I haven't heard anything. I haven't read anything. That's just me. When I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to get a little Star Wars content in the mix. And I recently picked up Battlefront again. And with PS5 out, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I'm curious if they would make a Battlefront 3, and I guess since this is all hypothetical and speculatory, I think the reasons that it would happen is because obviously we've got a new next-gen console, and that's when Battlefront 2 came out, was when the PS4 came out. In fact, I'm pretty sure we got the first teaser trailer for the original Battlefront on PS4 and Xbox One back before those consoles even came out. Like, because that was part of kind of the hype around them, was that the next Battlefront reboot, I guess you could say, was going to be on those consoles. And so I'm curious if the PS5 and the new Xbox is going to lead to potentially a next-gen Battlefront. The only issue is, when those games, when the original, or when the Battlefront reboot happened, the first one on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and then obviously the second one for PS4 and Xbox One, when that happened, when those came out, it coincided with the sequel trilogy, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. So it had that hype around it too, and was that much more of a part in saying, all right, we need to get a new game. Of course, that was Battlefront 2. The first Battlefront was just the original trilogy. But that was a part of it. So I'm curious, that to me would be the only roadblock. It obviously doesn't have the momentum behind it that the PS4 and the Xbox One version did, because that had a whole new trilogy behind it, fueling more content and more hype. Whereas now, obviously, we've got Mandalorian, but we don't have a new trilogy up and going yet. That's probably coming in a few years. Not probably, it is. We don't know when yet. But I am curious, could we see a next-gen Battlefront 3? So I hope. I'm actually going to do a little reading up on that. Because I don't want to see the Battlefront series just die. Hell, I don't know. We'll see. I'll do some research on that. But that's all for tonight. I might do some streaming tonight. In fact, now that we're talking about it, if I do stream, I will stream Battlefront 2 tonight, right here on YouTube, also on my Twitch channel as well. Something else I'll be doing here very soon. Listen, no, in all honesty, I get, but it's fun because it's just part of the process and building something meaningful. And when you do something because you genuinely love it and not for views, money, or all that's nice, but it's nice when you still enjoy doing something, even when you're not getting any praise or hype or views or subscribe. I get very few views on these videos. I'm still new here on YouTube. I don't have the following on YouTube that I do on other social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, others. But part of that is, I haven't been as good working YouTube yet. I'm still kind of learning the ropes, and as of now, this show, the Wilbur and Gold Show, my kind of flagship podcast show, I guess you could say, it's only been, except for the first little stretch when I would post them on podcasts as well, but even that I haven't gotten going like I want to yet. Really lately, since I started doing the live stream shows, it's only been on YouTube, and I use StreamYard. Let's see if I can point to the logo. StreamYard. There we go. I've been using that streaming site. It's been incredible. It's been really, really good. Very user friendly. If you're looking to do a YouTube show or Facebook Live, highly recommend it. So the version that I use is free. It's the free version where you only get one. You can only stream at one platform at a time. So I have to choose either YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube is the main place for me when it comes to show format that I want to be in. So I just go YouTube all the time. But here very soon, I'm ready. And another part of this, why I haven't been too worried about it, is just because I'm trying to get in the habit of doing these shows regularly. And I'm trying to get into the habit of just kind of learning the ropes and getting comfortable with everything. But now that I'm kind of in a good zone, I feel good about it. I think I'm going to get the premium subscription for this this streaming site, StreamYard, in which case I will be able to stream to multiple platforms at the same time. So I'm going to be on YouTube. I'm going to be on my Facebook page. I'm going to be on Twitch. I'm going to be on Twitter live through Periscope. I don't think I can do LinkedIn because I think you have to have a certain amount of connections or a certain notoriety on LinkedIn to do live at this point. I don't think it's free for everybody just yet. So I don't know if I can do LinkedIn Live. If I can, I will. But the moral of the story is it's about to be broadcasted more out. And on top of that, I'm going to start going live on, I'm going to start doing Instagram lives. And so just kind of put my phone up here beside the laptop. And so not only am I going to be going to all these sites through StreamYard, I'm going to have Instagram live up here, which I have yet to do my first IG live. And that's probably what that'll be. So that'll be fun too. So it's going to be blasted out. If I had, and maybe I can figure something out. Well, maybe get one of my maybe I can get one of my old iPhones and get on the internet and then do a TikTok live. So I could have one device doing IG live, another doing TikTok live, because obviously you can't do them both simultaneously from the same phone. So that's going to be fun to kind of be broadcasted out to like 5, 7 different platforms. That'll be fun. And then I need to get my podcast thing going. So a lot to look forward to, and I'm excited to bring you all with me. That's it for the Wilbur and Gold Show. I'm your host, Will Dalton, aka Wilbur and Gold. We'll see you next time.